Alrighty, it's been a week since I did one of these, and also walk in general. So it is the 18th. Hold on, just have to make sure. Yeah, 18th February, Tuesday. A week later from my last one, which was like 7 days ago. So yeah, a week. Uh, a lot has happened within 1 week, honestly. Now that I realize it, back with my 8-pound weight. Still have to get used to this until my arm goes like Popeye strong. So, as let's start with today, and then we'll go on with the week. I need to stop speed walking because then I get all out of breath, especially since I just ate right now. So, take things nice and slow. Usually, my speed walks are like the amount of time it takes for me to go all around my apartment complex, but I feel like I kind of, because speed walking is just a natural thing. Like I walk with pace. I walk like I just want to get stuff done or whatever. So I remember once my boss told me, look out, I walk. How, because I don't want to say my name, but look out, so and so walks. He walks with purpose, and like I guess that's probably the best way to describe my speed walking. So I know sometimes I have to slow down or I have to wait for my family to catch up. Anyway, so today woke up around 9ish, had some cereal, started laundry. I'm just cleaning a blanket and a towel right now. One of them I put outside, but it rained recently on a Thursday, which was I think the 13th, because Valentine's Day was the 14th, Friday. So speaking of that, I'm finishing those Valentine's grams that I had initially planned. I'm coloring them now. I'm doing the strategy that was suggested on my poll survey to like sketch it, and then once it's approved, go back to that sketch and like color it immediately. Then the thing that I normally do, which is I kind of sketch everything first, and then I color it all in one go. So I feel like, I don't know, maybe just because the Valentine's grams are the only thing I've been coloring and sketching, so maybe it's just because it's only one thing and not like a comic or anything else that takes a while, because those usually take like hours, 2 to 4 hours, depending on what it is, how detailed, and etc. So far it's been productive, because then that reduces my ComQ from 12 to like, I think like 7 or 6, I think, something like that. So, but once I color those last 2 Valentine's grams, even though they're late, I'm going back to the top of the list, which I think like 3 TF sheets. So, those are easier to do. So, I've been trying that. Had an auction thing that went semi-well. Only one of them is still ongoing, but the end date is tonight, so who knows if anyone's going to place more bids on that one. The other 2, though, are fine, although one of them's still waiting on somebody to respond to it. Some people don't really know communication skills. All I really had to say about that. Now to talk about more or less reflect on last week. So Wednesday, I was like, fuck it. I have a coupon, it's gonna expire on Valentine's Day. It was the 12th, Wednesday. So I went to go take a haircut, and I walked, I'd say maybe 6 blocks, maybe somewhere around like 20 minutes or half an hour, I don't know. Because realistically, like if you drove it by car, it'd probably be like 5 minutes. But walking, it took a good amount of time, but not like an hour. So I literally walked to the salon that I usually go to. And thankfully they have online check-in, so I didn't have to wait much when I got there. Got my hair cut, smooth sailing. And then I walked down this little trail. They call it the Lone Mountain Trail. And it kind of leads around various streets around here. Cuts through some blocks and neighborhoods. It's a pretty nice trail. I walked it with my mom like, say, a month ago, or 2 months ago at this point, during Christmas time. It was when she was sick, and we woke up early one day to walk it, so it was a nice day. You even saw a park that I never knew existed. Pretty chill, pretty lax. much better than the one in Cali, you know. No tents or trash anywhere or anything really like that. Just nice and peaceful, people doing their thing, you know, during a Wednesday. So I was walking to at first Winco store that's around here. I don't think it's in any other really part of the US or world, maybe. I only noticed it here. Actually, no, never mind, that's a damn lie. I remember there was one in Cali. It was in, like, I think Rialto? Somewhere past Rialto. That was the only one that we used to go to instead of, like, Walmart or Food for Less. That, I know, is in Cali mostly. Much like Baker's. So, I wish they had Baker's out here. Their milkshakes are semi-decent. So I walked to Winco, got some small hygienic stuff for me. It was kind of nice just walking on my own, kind of like now, just peaceful, not really having to wait on anybody, kind of just independently going about your day at your own pace. I guess that's kind of what mostly growing up and being independent is, kind of just going at your own pace, not truly being held down by anything just yet. So, but when you say held down, it sounds so negative too. It's more or less just you have less to worry about or less people to kind of tag along, so you don't have to worry about too many people, you know, making sure their needs are met too, I guess that's technically what they call selfish, but I don't know, it's just easier when it's just you to worry about, less to stress about. So after that, got some lunch at McDonald's. It was a lovely day. I took a few pictures. I even got to see the little Grand Prix that's like pretty much on the same street down here. Pretty small, like smaller than the Chuck E. Cheese that's like a few blocks away from here, like 2 streets over. So it wasn't that impressive. They had a big dining area though, so you know, hey, place to sit while your kids run amok and dirty up all the machines with their grubby hands. So it was a nice day. Went home, chilled in the patio. Everything was good. And then that very fucking night, my phone, when I plug it in, because it was at 27%, it says to me, charging stopped, too cold, internal temperature, will resume charging when the temperature is back to normal. So I'm just like, okay, maybe it has to do with, because it's been like 39 degrees, 40-ish degrees around here, and I tend to chill around the patio outside like from like maybe 5 p.m.-ish to 9 p.m.-ish, because it's cold, sure, but I have a heated blanket, I have my sweater, and then naturally, you know, my body heat, you know, because I'm warm-blooded, get hot pretty quickly. Even with like 2 or 1 layer on, I can still get kind of hot. So, or like when I get nervous, I just feel hot and scratchy. So, and I don't really like sweat like most people do. So, but it was just not charging at all. I tried to put it under my heated blanket while I was drawing stuff. It just didn't work. Right? Even when it was fucking warm, it didn't start charging at all. So, overnight I was like, okay, what if I power it off or restart it? Didn't work. And then the entirety of Thursday, when it was raining, it just wouldn't charge at all either. So my phone pretty much ran its course. The internal battery died because I looked it up, and I even tried like connecting it to different cords that I had, like ones that obviously I treat every cord delicately, because I already know what it was like to deal with a cat and have them like bite every wire you had and screw up your phone chargers, your earbuds. So I'm pretty delicate with my technology, but no, the battery ran its course. It was an internal issue, and it's pretty expensive to repair the battery or to take it apart, because there's some sensor inside the charger port that acts as a safety feature, which it was on, it was doing its job, but the battery wasn't cold, so it just wouldn't charge at all, even no matter how many times I heated it up. So it was pretty much over for it. So I pretty much went the day kind of just trying to go about things, but it just felt like so slow, so grim. And then Friday comes along, Valentine's Day. I didn't really get too much done, honestly, on that day. And then I get the news that my boyfriend was in the hospital. He has a way of texting sometimes, like rushed or with his hands where everything is misspelled, or he's like half asleep. So I knew something was wrong. And when he told me, I was worrying a lot. And thankfully, I heard back from him like Saturday evening, which is the day that I got my new phone. Or, well, not new phone. It's more or less like the old phone that I had was the same model that my mom and dad had when we first upgraded, I think in like 2021. It was like a buy 4 phone, get 4 lines free or something like that. So he didn't really use his phone much because like less than a year later, I kind of forgot about it. It was during like when we first moved out here, so 2022. So yeah, within the year, they upgraded to some new models of phone. I can't remember which ones, but he got an upgrade for those. So he just gave me his old phone, and then we just moved the SIM card. So fine for me, because I didn't really need a new phone. Like, I'm fine just working with something less. As long as just the data's fine, and you know, it's not like a brick. I don't care what model of phone. And even my sister was trying to convince me to get an iPhone. And I was like, I already deal with the hassle from like my tablet, iPad, where it's like, set up Apple Pay. I'm like, no, fuck off. I don't need some virtual gift card to use whenever I spend on stuff. Like, that's unnecessary to me. I use just cash or debit. That's it. I don't need anything else. So I just stuck with the model that my dad had. So thankfully it still has the case on it. So, and he really took care of it. And funnily enough, on top of taking care, the screen protector that I had for my old phone, I peeled it off, and it really did its job because like it had a lot of cracks on it from when I would drop it. But once I took out the screen protector, my phone by itself was just untouched, clean. So the only thing that's damaged is just the charging internal battery, and that's it. So it pretty much looks almost as good as new, pretty much. So I forgot where I got it. I think I got it at a swap meet. So shout out to the people who made that screen protector, because it was high quality. But things kind of turned up better, and I'll probably just talk about it more to myself tomorrow, because this is the end of the day. Hopefully things look up, and they continue to, because as much as things have been stressful, you know, things somehow have a way of fixing themselves. This is Tuesday, 18th, 2025. Good day.